Hi everybody. Okay, so in my last video I started talking when the timer started. This video I started talking before the timer started, so let's see if it cut me off or not. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you cannot tell in this video, I am completely exhausted. I am beat. I don't think my husband knows I'm filming. He's at the top of the stairs on the phone talking. I think he knows now. Anywho, let me tell you guys, it has been a rough, pardon me, it has been a rough last couple of days. So if you notice, I didn't get a video out Friday. Let me tell you, so, let me think. So Wednesday was my Lapgan tutorial with my mother-in-law. She loved that. She loved it, loved it, loved it. She was so happy with it. One little critique I would have given myself is, well, kind of, I would have given myself maybe a way to like keep it up higher on her, so I probably would have made it wider, or like I thought maybe some ties to like tie it around her, but then I thought, well, no, that wouldn't work because then it would take one of the nurses to untie it or tie it on her. So I thought, well, that wouldn't work. So it needed to probably be a little wider so I could tuck it around her, or one of the nurses could tuck it around her. Other than that, she loved it and was so happy with it. I was proud. So that was Wednesday. I was so happy. We had a great day. Thursday, Thanksgiving. The plan was we were going to get up. We had some leftover vegetable soup that we made that we were going to take to Nana's. We were going to go over there. We were going to eat lunch with her and then come home, and we were going to, I told my dad and my husband Matt, I said, honey, I don't want to have normal Thanksgiving. I want to have like, everybody has turkey. Everywhere everybody's going to go. Everybody's going to have ham. Everybody's going to have turkey. Everybody's going to have this. Everybody's going to have that. I don't want it. Because we're going to go to my family's this day and have that. We're going to go to his family's this day and have that. And it's like, honey, I don't want that. I was like, let's have something different. He goes, I agree. Let's have something different. And I was like, what do you think? He's like, I don't know. What are you thinking? I said, I don't know. What about tacos? He goes, man, tacos sound really good. I was like, let's have tacos. So, the plan was Thursday night we were going to have tacos. So, just to reiterate, Thursday morning we were going to get up around lunch, go to the nursing home, have lunch with Nana, and we were going to have a soup and salad with her. And then I was going to bring some Christmas decorations. We were going to decorate her whole room with lights and Christmas tree and all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, me being me, about 4 o'clock, I get up and I go to the bathroom and I sit down and, I'm going to the bathroom. And all of a sudden, my bathroom door just slowly opens and I'm sitting there like, why is my bathroom door opening? Like, just kind of being like, oh my gosh, okay, why is my bathroom door opening? And there stands Matt, and he is just white as a ghost. I mean, just sheet white and just wet. I can see that he is just wet. He's wide-eyed. I mean, his eyes are the size of $50, and he's like, honey, something's wrong. And I was like, what? And I'm looking up at him from the toilet, and I'm like, what? What is wrong? And he's like, I don't know, something's wrong. He's like, I got up and the room just started spinning and spinning and spinning. And he's like, I thought I was going to die. And I'm like, let me finish. So I finish at the, on the toilet, and I flush and I get up and I touch him and I'm like, are you okay? Tell me what's happening. And he's like, I don't know. It's just the room spinning and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, go sit down. I'm like, do I need to call an ambulance? And, this and that. And he's like, it's kind of going away now. And he's just, I can just see the sweat and he's ice cold. And, he's starting to calm down and it's starting to go away. And he's like, it's just everything was spinning so fast. And he's like, you know, it was just so fast. He's like, it was scared the crap out of me. And I'm like, well, are you okay? Do you want me to call an ambulance? He's like, no, not anymore. I'm like, well, we need to go to the hospital. So he's like, well, let me just sit down for a minute and calm down, and I need to get in the shower. And I'm like, all right. The girls are in, you know, they're each their respective room. I'm like, I'm going to go tell the girls I'm getting you to the emergency room. Let me get some clothes on. And we'll go from there. So I go tell the girls I'm taking him to the emergency room. This is what's happening. Can you two please take the soup, take the Christmas decorations, and go spend the lunch and a little bit of the afternoon with Nana, because they had to go back home. No, they didn't have to go back home. They had to come home to the farm and have their Thanksgiving with their other parents, and then come back and then have the tacos. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm like, can you guys please take the soup and the Christmas decorations and go have lunch and everything with Nana, go set up her room for her while I take him to the emergency room, please do this for me, and you know, this and that. And they're like, yeah. I said, I think he's gonna be okay, because his color's starting to come back and all that. So I get him to the emergency room. They run all the tests, and thank God everything comes back, and they're like, we think you may have had a pretty good case of vertigo. And he's like, that scared me. He goes, I thought I was dying. And I said, honey, the one time I had it, I thought I was dying. I said, I think you had it a little worse than I did. And he's like, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to go home. I was like, I don't blame you. Let's go. So I got him home, and I got him laid up watching TV, and the medicine they gave him knocked him out. And then I ended up just making tacos, and by the time the day was over with, I did not feel like filming for a Friday video. I was just like, forget it. I'll explain to you guys later what happened. I was just like, I will explain to YouTube why I didn't post a video. But so all of that happened, and then we had our tacos that evening, and then Friday, him and I did nothing. I worked and worked and worked on YouTube tutorials, because I thought, we leave not the first week of December, but the second week of December for Maui with his cousin. And I thought, I've got to have tutorials ready. I've got to have videos ready. What am I going to do tutorials on? Well, I know I said I wanted to do the Christmas stocking. I left those in the other room. I'll grab them in a minute. But I wanted to do the Christmas stocking. I wanted to do the Christmas tree skirt. And I wanted to do a snowflake. And I thought, I want to do something else too. I want to do something just real quick and cute. And I thought, I have always wanted to do a little wreath. I always wanted to do like a little wreath ornament, or a wreath that you can like put on a gift or something. You know, like just a little cute little decoration you could put on a Christmas gift. Just glue it or tape it on there or something. I don't know. I just thought it would be cute. So I designed that. I designed a Christmas tree, a snowflake. And yeah, so I have been busy. So that was all day Friday. Oh, pardon me. That was all day Friday. Saturday, we got so much snow. It was awesome. I was so happy. And then we got home from that Thanksgiving about 6-ish. And then we just laid around and watched TV. And then, of course, Sunday morning, which is today, I was up at 3:20. And I got up and I'm like, I have got to get this Christmas tree skirt done. I have got to get this done for YouTube, because tomorrow I have 2 doctor's appointments. I have my annual checkup with my primary doctor, which I cannot reschedule that, because if I reschedule it again, I'm going to lose him as my primary doctor, and I do not want to do that. And then I have my follow-up with my neurologist. So it's like I cannot reschedule these appointments. So then Tuesday I have to film my upcoming tutorial, which will probably be the tree skirt or the Christmas stockings. Yeah, so I've only got this little window to film all these videos before we leave. And it's like I have to have this Christmas tree skirt done. This is what it's going to take the longest to get done. So when I got up this morning, I got my coffee and I sat down and I just kind of stared at the wall for a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I've got to get going. I've got to get started on this. And I just finished it. Oh, I just finished it. I have been busting my little fingers to get this thing done. And I'm so happy with it. Oh, I am so happy with it. So I'm going to scoot over because I took a little picture, and I'm going to show you guys the picture right here. Here is it completed under the tree. I'm so happy with it. And here, I haven't weaved in any of my ends. And here is the tree skirt. Look at that. Now does it, like in the last video when I tried to explain the colors in my head and what I was trying to explain, the stripe sequence and what was in my head and what I wanted it to look like, now does it make sense? And here is one of my favorite parts. Look at this. This is the front, but look at the back. It's like a whole nother Christmas tree skirt. See how this side, the white is so prominent, but on this side, the green is so prominent. Here, let me show you. Like, this is one end of it. And then here is the other end. There, you see the difference? It's like a whole different one. So you can just flip it over. I love this one, this side, where the green is more prominent than the white. I cannot, I'm so excited. I've got a lot of ends to weave in. And surprisingly, did it take a long time? Yes, because I packed a lot of work, not a lot of work, a lot of stitches into a little amount of time. So like, when this tutorial is ready, you can have this done in plenty of time for Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, maybe this should be my first tutorial for December. But yeah, it's not that much. Like, am I making sense what I'm trying to say? It's plenty of time to get the Christmas tree skirt done. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, I am so excited I got this done. Let me pause this and I'm going to go grab the stockings just in case you guys hadn't seen them yet. Okay, and then here are the Christmas Christmas tree stockings. The Christmas stockings, I think these are so cute. My oldest, Emma, she asked me, she was like, she was going thrifting after class one day, and she told me, she said she was going to see if she couldn't find a stocking to put her boyfriend's Christmas gifts in. And I'm like, Emma, I have some right here. And she's like, can I have one? It's like, yes. So there is an upcoming tutorial. And then these are the little wreaths that I made. I love this one. I think this is so cute. This is, well, uh-oh, stuck. Here's another little wreath. I just glued some sequins on it. But I thought it'd be cute, you know. I didn't mean to weave in the ends. I actually meant to leave the tails. So I was going to tie it into a bow so you could hang it in the Christmas tree as a little ornament. But I weaved in all the ends, and then I sat there and I was like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? But anyway, but I thought, you know, like if you're have a little Christmas gift that you're giving to somebody and you wrap it and you can just like kind of tape that on the top or something, or I don't know. Do whatever you want with them. They're cute. And this one has to be my favorite. I honestly, these little bells and whatnot all over these wreaths, man, it was a couple of years ago. We were in a thrift, or no, it was an antique store, and they had this big old Ziploc bag full of craft supplies. And I was like, honey, can I get that bag? He's like, I don't care. So I grabbed it, and then when I got home, I opened it, and there was all kinds of sequins and little pom-poms and weird little things in it. And here recently, not here recently, but when I made these wreaths, I went home to the house in St. Peter, and I just grabbed that bag of craft stuff and brought it home and sat down on the floor and popped it open and just dug through it to try to find stuff to glue to these Christmas wreaths to make them more Christmassy. So this is what I found for this one. I did, well, you can, there it is, the Christmas tree, and then I'd have two little Christmas presents, and then the North Star, and then I found two little snowflakes. I thought it was so cute. This is my favorite one. And then this one, Jalen and I did. This one we actually messed up. This one had these really pretty little purple flower sequins all around it, and then little gold stars between each purple flower. And then when I went to glue them on, I didn't glue them on the same way. So then Jalen took my tweezers and picked them all off for me. Well, I was using E6000, which is glue that is an industrial strength glue. So when she picked them all off, she set them down on top of each other. Well, that was the same night that we had the tacos for Thanksgiving. So the next morning when I went back to work on my wreaths, all of my purple flowers were all glued together. And I was like, well, sis, I can't fix this. So she just grabbed a bunch of these little pink red pom-pom things and glued them around there. And then she found two of the remaining little snowflake things and just shoved them between there. And she's like, there you go, Mom. It works. I was like, thanks. I love it. But yeah, I thought they were cute. It's literally 2 rounds. That's it. And you're not working around anything. It's just your stitches. That's it. No hair tie, no little whatever, however people make them. So I've got these little wreaths. And then, so, well, how many years ago was that? Probably, oh, my cats are walking around in the basement here meowing. I don't know, probably 3 or 4 Christmases ago, I did, I don't know, like several different snowflake patterns. And I'm pretty sure I probably have a snowflake somewhere on my channel that's probably similar to this. I don't know. I just sat down and I was like, well, do this and do this and do this. And I come up with this snowflake. I made this out of some Kobu yarn. I don't have any thread here with me. And I don't know, a part of me wants to do it with thread, but a part of me doesn't, because I know so many people can't work with thread. Although you don't really have to make a snowflake out of thread. You can make your snowflake out of whatever you want to make it with. But I sat down and I designed this. So this will be an upcoming tutorial too. But I think and I thought about gluing little beads to it. I thought that'd be cute. Or maybe just putting a bunch of glitter on it and saying, look at that. Oh, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I've worked hard to get that skirt done today. And I need a whole nother day to weave in all those ends. Or I could just tuck them in and nobody would ever be none the wiser. But yeah. So those are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, that's all of my tutorials for December. I'll be set for a while. But, so obviously I will have a couple, magazine flip throughs for you guys to watch while I'm gone. And we will go from there. I think I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go take a super hot shower. And I'm going to go to bed. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go to bed. I'm going to stay up as late as I can. No, I can't. I can't. Because I was going to say I was going to stay up as late as I can and try to sleep in. But I can't sleep in because I got to be at the doctor's office in the morning. So that means I'm going to have to leave here no later. No, probably no later than about 7:30. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss what's next. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.